At this moment, I'm replacing the water pump for the 2001 Lincoln LS. I removed the hoses and everything up here so I can have space to work with. You can see things that were taken off. And the water pump is, this here is the thermostat, in case anybody wants to know. The water pump is here. This is the part taken off. We have 3 bolts. One up there that came off. There's one right here that I have to get to. And there's one that's below there that I have to get get this off. I took the belt off since part of the belt is on this, and so I have to remove the belt. The hardest part I've seen so far is this piece here that's attached to this. In order for me to pull the pump off, I have this piece here that's against it. You can see this whole piece here. Seems like this attachment here, it has a piece on there. I get a closer shot. See, I need to get that off, so I need to get this piece. It's like it's pushing against that. So I have this this little wrench here. Maybe by me pulling this toward me, it's gonna cause the piece to see like that. I just don't want to break something, so I'm trying to pull it off like this, because I don't want to go down there below and trying to see what else I can take off that has nothing to do with the water pump, just so I can get the water pump off. So I'm going to set this camera in a certain view. I'm trying to put it to where you can see it at an angle. Let me see something here. See how I can get this thing to slide off there. Once it slides off, I don't know exactly what it's going to do. I'm going to try to use my other hand. I'm going to try to set this here. Hold on. Let's see. Well, I decided to get another tool to try to get that piece off. It's a longer piece. Gives me more leverage. So, let me see how this goes. Yeah, that'll do it. Goes back on there, but at least I know this. I'll make it so it's easier for me now to get that water pump off there, since they have this whole piece connected to this, and I don't know why they put it on there like that. I guess maybe to keep all this from jiggling around as you drive, so that's why they put it on this part, on the water pump part, which wasn't convenient for me or anyone else who has a Lincoln LS. So at least I know this will do the job. So now I just have to get that bottom bolt off there, and of course along with this one here. I'm going to use this here to get this off. It's small where I can squeeze in there, for that bottom one. You should be able to see down there. That's a 13 metric that I have there to get that off. That is real tight. Man, that is tight in there. So I've been messing with this thing a while trying to get that piece off because it's not much space for me to work with. So I'm in the process of getting that off, and then I just have this one left. Hopefully the thing will come out pretty easy. What I decided to do with this one here is instead of taking this part and pushing it outward, because this whole piece is going to come out, so I realized that all it's going to do is go farther in that hole. It's going to still go in this hole if I push it forward. So I had to push this down out of the way so then I can get this this bolt off here. Since this whole piece is going to come forward, I had to push this down out of the way. So I used that the long bar that I showed you earlier, just to give me some leverage and push this down. And I was just hoping I wouldn't break anything, but it's bendable, so it went down. And so I'm just in the process of getting this one out. Then the water pump should come off. This is here is I used a 13. I used a 13 metric on this one. So I'm getting it off with this, and the water pump should be pretty loose. Yeah, so it's pretty loose. It's about ready to come out there. Just have this one piece here to get off. I have a small problem pulling this out because it's pressing against this, and I'm going to get it out. But the reason I'm saying this is because my suggestion is to get this one out first. And the reason I'm saying that is because when I'm using this bar to push this down, to have pushed this down earlier, the other bolt at the bottom was still in there. So therefore, when I was pushing it down, I could use this against this water pump, but now it's hard to, since I got that bolt out and the bolt up here was already out. So to push this down to get this piece out, because you see it's pressing against this, it's not like I can use, it's harder to use the water pump as leverage now, since it's loose. So that's why my suggestion is to do this one first, since then you would have the solid support of the water pump as you're using this long piece as leverage to get this out. But I'll get it out. It's not going to be a problem. I only wanted to say that. Just wanted to give that little advice there, so you wouldn't have that inconvenience like I am. It was a minor inconvenience, not a major one. So this part here just went on the side because it was really pressing against this one here. So this went on the side here, and so still got it out. See, the water pump is loose. I usually take what I've been doing, not usually, but like as though I've did this before with the water pump. This is my first time. But what I've been doing is taking these pieces out and putting them each time I take one out, I put it in that exact spot on the new water pump. So just to make sure that it's going in the right spot. Because I know also in each holes they might be threaded different, even though these might look exactly the same. Two of them look exactly the same. I have another one like this in a part of the other water pump, the new water pump, but they might be threaded differently. So if I tried this in the other hole, it'd probably be difficult going in. I don't know, but it's a possibility. So the water pump here is, just have to take it out. So you can see here, this is how you just take off the water pump. And like I said, I had to take off I took off the belts, took all of this, and took off, yeah, I had to take off the drive belt. And I took off the hoses. And I have a video on taking off the belt too. So you can look at that. So I hope you have it pretty easy taking this thing off. Have a good day.